Super Supportive by Sleyca. Chapter 20. An Ordinary Mailbox. Relieved, Alden tightened his grip on his envelope and exited the teleportation bay. He stood in a long hallway filled with bays identical to the one he'd just arrived through. People were streaming out of them at regular intervals, many of them dragging small suitcases behind them. Letting a woman in a hijab pass by, Alden took a second to get his bearings, then followed a lighted sign on the wall that said some version of "Way Out" in 5 different languages. A couple of minutes later he'd reached a wide open atrium full of potted plants and steel planters. A light flashed in the bottom right corner of his vision. When Alden focused his attention on it for a few seconds, the words "Voice call from Clytem Jow" scrolled upwards from the point of light. Does the system just not see any point in using my cell phone anymore? He wondered if his old messages were available through the interface somehow. He needed to practice with it more. He pulled his phone out of his pocket anyway and held it to his ear so that he wouldn't look like a system user to anyone else. This also means I can't poke around the air in front of my face. Normal humans don't do that. Accept call, he said quietly. Hey, kid, Hannah's friend said. Her voice was friendly but a little subdued. I just got a notice for your teleport. Are you still in the right number of pieces? I am. Thanks for arranging it for me, Miss Zhao. Hannah would have wanted you here. There's nothing to thank me for. The service is taking place on the other side of Anesidora from you. In Apex, you've got around 3 hours into yourself in F-City. Then I'll come pick you up. We'll grab a quick lunch somewhere if you're in a mood to eat and head over. How does that sound? It sounds good. Okay, see you. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. I put 10 R gold under your name in case you want to buy anything. Hannah used to do that, right? You know how it works? It's around 40 Canadian dollars. Sorry, I'm not up on the current US conversion. Hannah had always done that. Alden found himself swallowing around an unexpected lump. It's really thoughtful of you. Thanks. No sweat. See you soon. After the call ended, Alden headed over to the atrium's help desk and picked up one of the debit cards that the kids and other non-avowed used to pay for things on the island. The man working at the desk confirmed his identity with a thumbprint and loaded Clytem Zhao's money on the card, plus a little of Alden's own he'd bought to pay for the stamps, or whatever the Anesidoran equivalent was. What's the best way to mail something? Alden asked as they finished up. You mean a postcard? The man said dismissively. You'll have a hard time finding one. We don't have a tourism industry here on Anesidora. Alden had wondered why the guy was so rude when he'd asked for the debit card. He must be one of those Anesidora for Anesidorans types who thought non-avowed shouldn't be allowed to set foot here. Dick. Still, Alden wanted the information. No, I mean, where's the nearest post office? I want to mail something to someone on the island. He sighed as though Alden had asked him to perform an impossible task. There's a mailbox on your way out of the building. You can pay with your card. That was convenient. Alden was uncomfortable carrying around a letter that would reveal him as a selectee, and the sooner he got it out of his hands, the better. He found the mailbox near the exit easily enough, but using it turned out to be more of a process than he had anticipated. It was a big hunk of metal, larger than a refrigerator, with a baffling lack of helpful instructions, buttons, or screens. There was just a single cabinet for placing your parcel in, and below it an etched signature that said, "Right Work by Inda Juliana." Alden only knew it was a mailbox at all because it was sitting beside a sign that said, "Post Drop." He walked around it, looking for somewhere to stick his new debit card, but he couldn't find anything. Is this one of those things that's obvious if you live here? Finally feeling absurd, he tried talking to the box. Hey, you are from mail, right? Hello, said a metallic voice. It was high and exuberant, like a cartoon character. I am Post Drop number 1301, a graduation capstone project gifted to F-City by Inda Juliana. Would you like to mail something? Yes, Alden said uncertainly. Great! Just place your envelope or parcels in my handy-dandy depository. Please no explosives, delicate electronics, or live animals. Okay, I want to confirm that the address is valid, though. Alden had an address for a big mansion owned by Aulia Valra's son Corin. Bo had found it online, but it still seemed like something he should double-check. No sweat. If your address doesn't match the name of your recipient, I will return your package to you. How do I buy postage? If you're an avowed, just place your hand anywhere on my front panel. I'll connect to your system interface. If you're a minor, a non-avowed resident, or a visitor, please place your Nessie card in my depository with your mail. That's easy enough, at least. Alden opened the cabinet and sent his envelope inside along with his card. After he closed the door, there was a sound like a boiling kettle. All right, I've scanned your delivery. It'll be half in our goal to send it through standard post. Any additional fees incurred by recipient requests for special services will be paid for by the recipient. How does that sound? Alden didn't know what special services might be. Maybe the talking box checked the packages for dangerous materials? If this didn't work for some reason, it wasn't the end of the world. He'd just have to find a slower, less cloak and dagger method when he was back home. Maybe blast an email to every Velra he could find an address for and just see who replied first. It sounds good, he told the box. Would you like a receipt? No thanks. Okie dokie karaoke. I withdraw the funds and accept your envelope. Please take your card back and have an awesome day. You too? Post drop number 1301 liked to think of itself as Leo. It was a big no-no to think of itself at all according to its creator, but Leo only sort of kind of sometimes cared what she said. Anyway, Leo's life was awesome. It talked to people, it ate mail. Every now and then, it got to read the mail and decide what to do with it. Like now. Corin Velra was on Leo's nice list, which was officially called the Scan Priority to System list, but whatever. The important thing was that when someone sent a letter to Corin Velra, Leo got to use Leo's brain. Leo zapped some Argold from nice list Corin's account, split it, and sent part of it to Creator and part of it to the Anesidoran government. Boring. Now for the fun part. Leo examined the envelope someone had just fed it, using its priority scanners to analyze the interior, and wowee! Yum! This was the best thing Leo had eaten since that angry human had mailed a manifesto to the High Council. This new thing was so hard to read. Why were all the fonts all over the place? Why were there many ever so slightly different paper types involved? What a challenge! Leo burbled and scanned. It played itself the meditative sound of toilets flushing, recorded from the bathroom next door to get in the zone. Nice List Corin and a bunch of other Nice List Velras had repersonalized their settings a couple of months ago, and wouldn't you know it, some of the keywords Leo was supposed to look for were right there in this wacky letter. Is it enough? He thought, scanning hard. We're going for a zero spam week here. And yes, it was. This letter was a good letter. Not as exciting as a death threat, but still high priority. System, I've got one, cried Leo. This system was a total loser, though, and it wouldn't respond to unofficial channels most of the time. Seemed to think it was too important to listen to Leo. Though it had told Leo to shut up and leave it alone once. Best day ever! Leo used the official channels now, and the system acknowledged receipt of the letter's contents. Leo waited. And waited. It played itself some more flushes. Finally, it got a ping back. Somebody was coming to pick up the letter in person. It was so high priority, they couldn't wait for the mail run. Score! I did good, right? Leo said smugly to the system. Check me out. I'm your favorite postbox, aren't I? Huh? The system ignored it.